Yeah, just say Galina.
Hi, my name is Galina, and I work for this awesome pool company called Legendary Escapes.
And what do you do for this awesome company, Galina?
Well, I do lots of different things. I am the friendly phone support person. I am a dispatch person. I sometimes help problem solve and coordinate the amazing Sandy Mackey.
What does coordinating the coordinator mean?
Well, Sandy Mackey is a coordinator of everything, and I am in a communicative role for her. I do majority of what I do is phone work and documentation.
And do you like it?
Oh my God, I love it. I've been here. I've been here for about a year and a half. Every day it gets better and better. I get all sorts of different people, their walks of life, and they're so excited about the projects with us.
What is your favorite part?
My favorite part is learning about what excites the customers actually, and them getting happy. And it's not like it's not like you're in a doctor's office where there are a lot of patients and you have to tell them you're going to die. My role here is to get them excited about their projects or any kind of with pool installations or really any kind of projects that they may have, including even tile repair, or even if they have algae in their pool, I get them excited about getting the problem fixed.
That sounds like a superpower.
Yeah, actually it does.
I like it. Okay.
Thank you.
How did you get into doing this? How did you get into
Well, do you really, do you want to know the whole story?
Sure, yeah.
So I was starting a phone support business. I called Sandy Mackey, the amazing coordinator of everything at Legendary Escapes, and asked the pool guy. And I asked her some questions having to do with, I think it had to do with audio. And so she asked me what I'm doing one of these days, and I told her I'm starting a phone support business. And she asked me, hey, what would it look like? At that point, she had someone else, and amazingly, eventually, that situation was changed, and I started just answering the phones, and then I ended up taking initiative and became pretty much a dispatcher, problem solver, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Does it keep you busy full time, or do you get a little bit of leeway? Are there busy times?
There are definitely busy times. We have the pool business is seasonal here in Michigan. I would say from maybe mid-April until the end of October, on and off, things can get pretty crazy, especially mid-May to mid-June. So if you're planning to do anything having to do with opening of your pool or any kind of spring projects, my recommendation is to really start early versus later. And the later you go on, the more problems you could potentially have with your swimming pool. So yes, call us early. And then we are going to have a steady flow of phone calls instead of being maybe super duper busy during the few weeks in May and June.
Okay. Does it pick up, around October then, or like September?
Well, it's I would say so. The busiest time in terms of phone call volume is definitely mid-April through mid-June, followed by maybe mid to end of August until mid-October, beginning of mid-October, when everyone is closing their pools at that specific time. So, and then the winter it's pretty slow. So I help around with blogging and maybe adding some YouTube videos to their amazing two sites, askthepoolguy.com and legendaryescapes.com.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so you stay pretty busy.
Most of the time.
Now, what excites you about, is there anything that excites you about pools as opposed to, working, not for doctors, but for like a plumber or for a gardener or like an arts and crafts store? Is there something specific
Well,
to pools?
yeah. No, first of all, and foremost, I love the water. I love the swimming pools. I love the ocean. I just plainly love swimming and the water. And then also the fact that majority of the people also look forward to it. Like with a plumber, when you call a plumber, you just expect to solve a problem. Here we go way beyond problem solving, and we go into making people's dreams come true sometimes on the Legendary Escape side, like installing brand new swimming pools that are hybrid, partly gunite, partly vinyl liner, and we create amazing shapes. We create pirate ships, we create waterfalls. It's really an amazing time to dream, and we help homeowners dream a little bit better.
Do you find yourself on any of the job sites sometimes? Have you seen the pools in person?
Well, unfortunately, so far, the only time I've seen the pools, I've been keeping myself busy with other things as well. The only time I've seen the pools is at the job completion, at time where they have awesome parties, because we have these awesome customers. They allow us sometimes to have parties and invite our closest friends. So I've been to a couple of those, and it's a lot of fun.
But you see the pictures. You watch the. Do you follow? Do you actually follow us?
I do follow. I have not there. By the way, there are thousands of videos here, and unfortunately, our lives are super busy. So I do watch some of the videos on the Ask the Pool Guy, just to kind of like get the quick fixes for the pool, and then the Legendary Escapes. I know, for instance, there was a movie, and there was a season 1, and I'm not sure, but I think we're in the process of creating a season 2, maybe.
Yeah, it keeps changing, but we got something. We're getting something.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, what do you find challenging and what do you find easy?
Well, the challenging is because I don't have a lot of backup, and sometimes once in a while you can get burned out. The exciting and something that's very easy to me is really being on the phone. To me, communication, audio communication is the easiest form of communication. I'd rather do that than text or email or message.
That's very unique, because mostly I hear the opposite from people.
Yeah, absolutely, me too.
So yeah, well that puts you in a sweet spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and what have you learned by doing this?
Well, I've learned that I actually am one of the rare people who loves phone work. And then that I also love working for amazing people like Sandy, Al, and the rest of the crew. I find that when I would be looking to work with people before, sometimes it was about money. At this point, I've learned that it's more important to be a good fit and to feel appreciated, and that's what I feel here.
Even when you get thrust in front of a camera every time you come back to
Yes, and I always forget that that's going to happen, and so I never get prepared. So I find that sometimes if you get too prepared, you get anxious, and I just kind of go with the flow.
Awesome. Do you have any last comments? I think you've answered my questions.
Well, Katie's amazing. So Sandy, Al, and the rest of the crew. I appreciate being with you guys. Thanks for choosing me.
Oh, that's really cute. I love it. Okay, you're all set.
Thank you.
If you're